Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10, guarding the gates.
I just want to make sure that people know that we're taking all the precautions we can.
Lancaster County Fair officials are cracking down on unaccompanied minors. What parents are noticing after a big fight broke out. Then, from ashes to action.
I had a guy call our office and say, I don't know how I'm going to feed the horses out.
The March wildfires wiped out grassland needed to feed livestock. How strangers stepped in before some ranchers even had to ask. Also, from petition to proof.
Our first step is to identify if that individual who signed that petition actually is a registered voter.
Thousands of suspected fraudulent petition signatures are raising questions. How election officials caught the suspects and how they're trying to prevent it from happening again. And something's brewing. A new drive-thru is getting ready to open its windows when the popular coffee chain plans to open. New at 10, keeping the peace as tens of thousands of people visit the Lancaster County Fair.
We still have quite a few LPD officers that are strolling the grounds all day long.
Between teenagers earlier this week at the fair has officials on higher alert to help keep trouble at a minimum. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Rod Fowler. A big crowd is enjoying the fair as we speak right now, and with one more day to go tomorrow. Security wants to keep it that way. They want to keep it safe. Channel 8's Nick Erickson tonight with how quick decisions were made after Monday's violent outbreak.
Rod, I'm standing outside the Sandhill Global Event Center here, and it's business as usual. Families walking around, memories being made, food being purchased, and a lot of rides being ridden. But what's being paid more attention to is the people coming through these gates right behind me right here. On Monday night, the beloved Lancaster County Super Fair abruptly closed after security and fair officials found too many minors who were unsupervised. That same night, a fight broke out between two 13-year-old girls, leaving one hospitalized. In response to Monday's incident and closing, Gina Nathan and fair officials highlighted the importance of the fair's rule following.
I just want to make sure that people know that we're taking all the precautions we can to make sure that everybody has a safe and enjoyable experience. The fair means a lot to us, and we love what we're doing, and we want to make sure people feel safe.
Nathan, a marketing manager for the Lancaster Fair, is working her third event. She notes that since Monday, there have been more eyes on minors at the fair.
And then, of course, at our ticket booth locations, our security teams and stuff are keeping a closer eye on groups of kids and making sure that before they let them inside, they know that there's an adult with them, and then communicating to the other ticket locations, like, hey, this group, they may not be of age, or they might be trying to get into another gate.
Nathan says that since Monday, security has been more strict, catching minors who claim they are of age and preventing people from trying to get in at different gates. But what begs the question is, how do parents feel following Monday's incident? Skylar Tyndall, a parent who has taken his family to the fair multiple times this week, says that he has noticed changes.
I think as of right now, after the whole incident, I think they definitely cracked down on it. As you can see, there's like a lot more officers that are roaming around now and security everywhere. But yeah, I think they've upped it a bit. At first, obviously, definitely, clearly was not.
With the fair wrapping up tomorrow night, officials want you and your families to come out and enjoy the festivities here at the fair, because it's always a great time. Just don't be surprised if you see an extra set of eyes and security as they put more of an emphasis on what happens right here at the gates. Reporting from the Lancaster County Super Fair, I'm Nick Erickson with Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Nick. Also new at 10, Nebraska ag leaders today on a national podcast reflecting on those wildfires that ravaged parts of Nebraska earlier this year. They were on the Cattlemen's National Podcast, looking back on how those fires took out areas home to an estimated 45,000 head of cattle. Some livestock suffered from smoke and burns, while ranchers lost grassland needed to feed their herds. But they also talked about the outpouring of support and the help they got from areas far and wide.
I had a guy call our office and say, I don't know how I'm going to feed the horses out. And he called back a few hours later and said, I woke up and there was somebody dumping hay over the fence. You know, it's truly the best of people.
That help came in from across the country with hay headed to ranchers who suddenly had nothing left for their animals. Truckers and ag groups also stepped up to help with transportation and fuel costs. She says the response showed what agriculture looks like at its best. Neighbors helping neighbors when they need it most. Let's get to your first forecast on this Friday evening. Hope you are ready for the weekend. Here's a live look over Lincoln from our tower cam. Many of you enjoyed our days in the 70s, and some of you want to get back to more summer-like temps. Well, your wish is granted. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty, this is more like early August weather, right?
It is. Who wanted to get back to the summer-like temperatures?
Oh, there's a lot of folks out there.
That's true. Quite a few. And then there's it's usually split 50-50. Some would really enjoy the summer temperatures. Some would rather it be 60 or 70 degrees. Good news, I can make both people happy. It's rare that I'm able to do that. But here's a look at your forecast for the weekend. Very summer, like middle 80s, upper 80s for Saturday. A small storm chance on Saturday and Sunday, and then back to the 90s on Sunday. So temperature-wise, a little of both. We really cool down as we head towards the end of next week, but we'll get there in a second. First, 48th and Cornhusker Highway, ABC Seamless. Boy, they keep chugging along. It looks like are they redoing that road? Didn't they do this once already? Goodness sakes. We had a chance for storms earlier this afternoon. That did not happen because the atmosphere just wouldn't let it. A frontal boundary went through, but did nothing with it. So that's how things go sometimes. 60s and 70s out there right now. Dew points in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So it is a little muggy. Here's a storm chance. This is something we're watching closely. See that 6 a.m. time frame? That is going to try to move either south or southeast. I'll show you that in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. Developing now a petition signature scheme, leaving voters on edge.
Guys, all of these signatures are probably fraudulent. The investigation has gone quickly. We wanted to get quickly. We wanted to get them under arrest. We know people are concerned about this, and that's the reason why, one, I wanted to keep it mum for a little bit so we could get these individuals arrested.
That strong stance coming from the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. Take a look at your screen. These are the names of the 5 people behind bars tonight for allegedly submitting fraudulent election petitions to the Lancaster County Election Commission's office. All 5 of them are from out of state. Now, 3 Lincoln City Charter petitions were found with fraudulent signatures. And tonight, officials say there may be more people to arrest as part of the multi-agency effort. The investigation crossing state lines and time zones. Law enforcement agencies stepping in from New Jersey to Florida, Missouri, and Nevada. LSO, LPD investigating locally, with the first suspects being taken into custody by U.S. Marshals Service. Channel 8 with team coverage tonight. Skylar Sears is looking into one way the governor says we can stop this from happening again. But we begin with Danielle De Silva sitting down with the top state election official.
Elections Commissioner Todd Wilgent says your John Hancock is your property and it's protected by law. So when you submit it to his office right here for any reason, he verifies it by checking with other offices like the DMV located right across the street from them. And he says if you change it for any reason at all, you have to call them or the DMV right away. Otherwise, it could result in the rejection of your signature or worse, a crime.
So our first step is to identify if that individual who signed that petition actually is a registered voter.
Showing me here, he enters their first and last name and date of birth. Once registration is confirmed, they compare the signature each person listed on the petition to the signatures in their system.
Yeah, so you can look up and see if you're registered. We have multiple signatures for voters, signatures that voters used when they registered to vote online or in person, but also we also scan early vote requests.
Signatures are protected by law and are confidential.
And if we're not able to identify the voter or if the signatures don't match, then we will reject that line.
If fraud is suspected, it's immediately reported to law enforcement. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office saying this about the thousands of fraudulent petition signatures submitted to the county last month by the group Good Government Lincoln Project. Quote, investigators believe circulators have been involved in collecting fraudulent signatures, having those signatures notarized, and submitting the petitions for ballot measures, end quote. Off camera, Wilgen showed me a petition with dozens of signatures on it, and at the very bottom of the page, page, the circulator's signature, and a notary seal representing accuracy. The Good Government Lincoln Project releasing a statement reading in part, quote, "We take citizen-led petition process very seriously. We look forward to getting answers about exactly what transpired, and in the meantime, remain committed to giving voters a voice on those issues for the November ballot," end quote. Wiltjen concluding our interview with a message to voters.
So we're not releasing signatures, and so they shouldn't be afraid to sign petitions, because I think it's important. Petitions is another way for the public's voice to be heard in government.
Wiltjen says when it comes to signatures used for the ballot, they are able to contact voters to clear up any discrepancies. But when it comes to petitions, they're not able to do so. Reporting in Lincoln, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
Secretary of State Bob Ebden reacting to the news tonight. He says, quote, "The time has come to address the persistent problems with Nebraska's election petition signature collection process." He also says he agrees with Governor Pillen's assessment of per signature payment needing to be prohibited. And one of Governor Pillen's main points in his statement on the scam was just that, restoring the ban on pay per signature here in Nebraska. Our team coverage tonight continues. Channel 8's Skylar Sears joins us to explain what this switch would do to petitions in Nebraska.
Until the law was changed in 2015, Nebraska banned pay per signature. Today, gatherers can make more money based on how many signatures they collect. While under a ban, they could still be paid. Their pay just couldn't be based on the number of signatures. Now, Governor Jim Pillen wants lawmakers to bring that ban back. His call comes after the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office announced an investigation into alleged fraudulent signatures on petitions. In a statement, Pillen says the current system has led to what he calls skyrocketing payouts per signature and outright criminal activity. He's now calling on lawmakers to change the system and once again ban pay per signature.
Skylar Sears reporting for us tonight. Stay with us. We have plenty more after the break, such as brewing up business. A new drink spot is taking shape in Beatrice when 7 Brew plans to open, and how many jobs it's bringing with it.
I need an iced coffee this weekend instead of regular coffee, though, because temperatures are going to be warming back up. And we have storm chances, too. That forecast when we come back.
New at 10, a popular drive-through drink chain is brewing up a new location in Beatrice. 7 Brew is coming to B-Town with construction already underway. The company says it'll bring dozens of new jobs with it. The new 7 Brew will be located at 548 Irving Street, with the building officially dropped on site on July 29th. The drive-through chain says the location will create about 50 jobs and is expected to open sometime this fall. 7 Brew already has several locations across Nebraska, including Lincoln, Fremont, and Kearney. New tonight, a family dog is being credited with saving her owner. A Wahoo man was sound asleep as a fire spread through this home. The smoke alarms failing to go off, but his dog Ellie came to his rescue. Wahoo native Daniel woke up to find Ellie acting frantically at his home. It was filling up with smoke and the entire first floor engulfed in flames. He grabbed her, climbed onto the roof, and called 911. Wahoo first responders used a ladder to help both of them down safely. The home, as you can see, with a lot of damage, but Daniel and Ellie were not hurt.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
A quick look at the ABC Seamless Cam 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Thought I was going to catch a red light runner just over the break, but he made it through the yellow and was okay. So, still watching though. I mean, it's not as fun as it used to be, but with all of the orange cones, everybody's kind of taking it nice and easy and slowing down. That's got to do that, especially in construction zones. Anyway, I'll get off my high horse here. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s right now. 72 in North Platte, 63 in Broken Bow. So you see this cooler air is pulling in and dragging down. That gave us a chance for storms earlier, but nothing came to fruition. Just a very stable atmosphere in place, so it was really hard to get anything going, and it just didn't. Current temperatures as of 10:16 at 66 in Columbus, 69 in Grand Island. Everybody else in the 70s. Close to 80 still in Beatrice. It's muggy out there though. Dew points in the 60s to around 70, 75 degrees. It's muggy and not a whole lot of wind. Everybody's less than 10 miles per hour. Looking at the satellite and radar, not a whole lot going on, but things may get interesting tonight. Now, there's this, and here was our severe weather threat for eastern Nebraska. That has since been pushed all the way over towards Des Moines. So that's no longer a threat for eastern Nebraska, but this could be. Now, how is this going to be a threat to eastern Nebraska? Well, because this is going to start very, very late, right on the very last edge of that time frame for that Storm Prediction Center outlook. And it's right, hang on, there, 6 a.m. Now at 6 a.m. things switch over to day 2, which I'll show you the day 2 Storm Prediction Center outlook, but it's going to be because of this. Watch where it goes. Now, do you guys remember August 9th last year? That was about a year ago, and we had a heck of a windstorm blow right through the city of Lincoln, tons of tree damage. I hope this isn't a repeat almost 1 year later, but look what it does. Blows through Lincoln around noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, last year it was about 4 o'clock in the morning. I know because I was here. But this has the potential, but I've also seen a weather model that has this further west and blowing through North Platte and McCook. So low confidence on this. But because of that, so that storm starts up here and goes over here, potential going to the south and even maybe a little bit to the north and east. So the Storm Prediction Center said because there's such low confidence, we're going to spread this all the way out and give it the potential for everybody. Also, there's another chance for storms during the late afternoon into the evening hours. And these are more spotty, probably less likely to be severe, but that chance is there too. And they're kind of all over the place. Notice that? So that's kind of why they have spread out that level 1 marginal risk. And then on Sunday, kind of depending on what happens tomorrow, but we have another risk for severe weather in north central and far northeast Nebraska, all the way up into South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. So that's something that we'll deal with after whatever happens on Saturday. So tonight, temperatures in the 60s, high temperatures tomorrow in the upper 80s and lower 90s. Just keep an eye out for that storm. I'm putting a small chance right now because I'm not optimistic we're going to see storms on Saturday and Sunday, but the chance is certainly there. 90s on Sunday and Monday, 80s on Tuesday and Wednesday, then a decent chance for storms by the end of next week, and that should cool us back down into the 70s.
Thank you very much. Trusty new tonight, downtown Lincoln wants you to know O is open. With construction continuing along O Street, the Downtown Lincoln Association has launched its O is Open sweepstakes. You can visit participating businesses to enter, and the best part of this, you don't need to spend a single cent. All you need to do is show up for a chance to get up to $1,000 to spend at downtown businesses. The campaign runs through October 15th with winners drawn on October 20th. How about that? Coming up, we're heading into the Sports Zone with Sports Director Wilt Charlton. And there's a new baseball coach in Beatrice. That's correct?
There sure is, Rod. Earlier today, it was announced that former Nebraska pitcher Andy Bent will be taking over the Orangemen program. We'll hear from Bent and more next in Sports Zone.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome into Sports Zone. Happy Friday. We've made it to the weekend. I'm Will Charlton. Earlier today, Beatrice High School announced the hiring of a new head baseball coach, and it's an alumni of the school who will be taking over. Andy Bent will now be the leading voice in the dugout for the Orangemen. And not only is he a Beatrice product, but he's also a former Nebraska pitcher. Bent spent the past 12 years as head coach for Clay Center High School in Kansas. And before that, he spent 4 years as the head man in Crete. The Orangemen went 4-17 this past season, and the former Husker will look to come flip things around in his hometown. I spoke with Bent earlier today on what it means to be taking over the program that he grew up playing for.
This place just believing in me. You know, I can't tell you all the messages and phone calls already today. You know, the past 5 hours has been awesome. And I just want to, you know, bring everything that's expected of me to this town. And I'm so grateful. You know, Beatrice made me what I am today, and now it's my turn to return the favor. My resume was ready when I got here in May, just in case anything opened up, but I was definitely ready to go.
How about a young Bent throwing a fastball right down the middle there for a strikeout? He's someone who played in college, obviously, as you see, and also in the minor leagues. Bent told me his biggest goal is to get his players to the stage in which he got to.
you know, I've been through it all, and I feel like I can give them a good idea of what it takes. And I think back to all the great coaches I had here and how much I take from them, and then I can pass along to all these young kids. And I've had a chance to get out and do some one-on-one lessons with the younger kids this summer and get to know them. Just excited for me to be a teacher and a coach here, and there are no words for it, really. I'm just so excited to be here.
Definitely tell the excitement in his voice that he's back in his hometown as head coach, and he told me he's not wasting any time getting acclimated to his new players, as he's already taken some out to go hit, and he did that earlier today. Always cool to see alumni of a school like Bent return in this fashion. Fall ball schedule earlier today, and the Huskers will take the diamond 4 times throughout September and October. It all starts up on September 26th here in Lincoln against Kansas. Then the Huskers host Omaha on October 4th, visit the Kansas City Diamonds in Kansas on the 10th, and welcome in South Dakota State on the 17th. The Huskers made it to the Women's College World Series this past spring and are looking to get some momentum going here early coming up this fall. We're all week long so far. We've been hearing from players who spoke to media at Tuesday's availability. We're going to shift our focus to the defensive line on this Friday, where Riley Van Poppel and Cameron Lenhart were among the 10 players to talk. Both have been in the program for at least 3 years and talked about how much growth they've seen with their D-line unit and the team as a whole in their time with the Huskers.
One of the things that I see now is just everybody's love to compete and, you know, go out and attack everything we do. I think we've struggled at times in the past to go out and just attack everything 110%. But that's something about this team that I love is just whatever is laid in front of us, we're not going to back down.
We all just push each other in the off season. We've been pushing each other in spring ball. Being my 4th year, like I learned a lot from guys like Ty and Ash. You know, they were older guys in the room when I was a freshman, sophomore. So just stepping up, and I learned a lot from them. Like this year, like I've definitely been a little more vocal.
This defensive line group and the Huskers face the last 2 national champions this year, Indiana and Ohio State, and also go on the road to a perennial playoff team in Oregon. But Van Poppel said this team embraces playing that type of competition.
You come to the Big Ten because it's the best conference in college football. So, you know, everyone wants to talk about our schedule, and I say, you know, it's the Big Ten. You're not going to have an easy schedule. You're going to go out there and you're going to play good competition. That's why you come here. That's why you come to Nebraska. I think it makes it a lot of fun.
The schedule may very well test Nebraska at times this fall, but players like Van Poppel make it clear the Huskers will be ready for whoever they face on any given week. And it starts up less than a month from now when Ohio comes to Lincoln in week 1 on September 5th. Well, that does it for here on Sports Zone, but don't forget, Big Red Nation, Saturday is Football Fan Day, and we'll have coverage from the event, so make sure to tune back in for that tomorrow at 6 and 10. Rod, let's send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Will. We'll have a final check of your weekend forecast right after the break. New at 10, summer break is coming to an end, but LPS students are making the most of their last days of vacation. 33 students from Lincoln Public Schools traveled to San Antonio for the 2026 FBLA National Leadership Conference. They say they represented LPS well, earning major awards, participating on national leadership teams, and completing educational workshops. And based on their smiles, it looks like they had a lot of fun along the way. Hopefully they got to see the Alamo and maybe check out the River Walk as well. Good for them. All right, let's get a final check of your weekend forecast with Rusty.
We have a chance for some storms as we head through late tonight into early tomorrow morning. This is 4 a.m. Now watch over there by Valentine. Storms kick in right there. Now some models have this diving straight south. This particular model has it going directly towards the Lincoln area and blowing through. So just keep that in mind that we could see some storms around midday tomorrow in southeast Nebraska, and then on and off throughout the evening hours as more storms try to form. So just kind of keep your head on a swivel as we head through the weekend. Low temperatures tomorrow in the 60s, highs tomorrow in the 90s.
Thank you, Rusty, and thank you so much for joining us. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you later.
Sleep better and